Hello, it's Bud. This lesson is titled 2D and 3D Build a Pattern Part 2. We're going to start dealing with client changes, and before we get too far along, I want to go back to where we ended up on the last one, where we had our Lancaster badge. I got rid of the badge and kept the path. I want to highlight that, go to Group, make a group, go to make a pattern, and I want to, same place I was, and I want to do a puff. I want to save the puff pattern. That way at least I've got that. Let's see now. If I get out of this and come back to badge, I've got my puff pattern. That way if I need it later, I'm okay. So now that I've done that, we're going to go back to our badge master A, and we're going to start dealing with all the text and seeing how we can do that. We need to find a good way to be able to erase the text and not harm anything else. So if I go to my paintbrush and set it at 55, I know I can come in here, and if I'm very careful, I can just highlight all of this, but I want to stay within the lines. So if I go to my magic wand and see what I get as I click different places, I'm not sure what I'm going to erase or what I'm going to pick on. Let's see. See, I'm reaching into something else. So I've got to figure out a way just to get what I want. So I'm going to pause. Okay, I'm using the lower, and I've clicked in here. So now I come to my paintbrush, it's at 55. And I can get part of what I want. Activate the lower here again. There, like that. Paintbrush. Okay. So you got the idea. So now that you see what I'm doing there, I'm going to pause again. So now that you see what I've done to this top arc in that respect, what I want to do is next, I want to start on letters. So maybe, let's see if I can come in here and just use the plain one. Let me make sure I'm out of everything. Come back in here and do the plain one. And go back to my paintbrush at a 55. Nope, that's on the same side. So come over here and do an upper and click on this. Still not sure I'm going to get all of it, but let's see. Paintbrush, and I get most of it that way. Let's see, if I click on upper here, I get more than I want. If I click on the plane, I don't think I'm going to get that. If I come over here and try lower, click on here, go to paintbrush, still not doing anything different. Okay, so clear it and get rid of the magic, or get rid of the marching ants. Go to my paintbrush and just be very careful. And if I make a little jiggle, I've got to come up here and do it again. So let's do it in little fast clicks. It's just, you know, if I can't get it right one way, I'd rather not fight it. I'll see if I can find an alternative. Before I go back and do the rest of my cleanup. Okay. So now if I go lower, or if I go to upper, paintbrush, I don't like that. Upper, click right here, what do we get? Or, if those are not working, what about if I use some 2D tools within the pattern? Let's see. You know, I'm not sure I want to do that yet. Okay, let's go there. Let's try something. Edit, crop. Hey, that'll work. So now I come around here and save this as a pattern. I may have to work with it more later, but at least I've got it. So this is a ribbon upper, and replace. Okay, now I back out of this, and I can do that with each one of these to get what I want. And I'll be back. Okay, and after I've done all that work, I can look at my ribbon upper pattern and see what I've got. And I've already made my pattern for the bee, And the B has a lot of noise on it. So what I want to do is work on the B, bring up my view, do my highlight, and be able to clean it up. So if I come back over here and look, let's get rid of this one. Oops, didn't want that. I'll get rid of the upper. Okay, I got a dot over here, I got a dot here, I got those dots. So just like we did on the other one. So I clean up all these dots. Change the colors or whatever I want until I end up with my pattern the way I want. Come over here, save it, badge, ribbon B, replace, come over here, get out of that, get out of this and see how I'm doing. Still got some dots up here. Come back in here. Looks like they're all right in here. Throw this one away. Takes a lot of time, but it's in the end. The reason it doesn't show to start with is because of the colors. This one is different. But there I've got the beginnings of my lower ribbons, and the reason I did that is so that I can place the ribbons independently. Okay, so we're going to forget about the ribbons for now. We've got that part done, at least partially. So I come up here to my master, and now what I can do is I can get rid of the star in the same realm. So I'll be back. So I go tackle the star in the same direction, in that I want to work on just certain areas. I'm using the lower, and what I want to do in this case is erase the star and just make sure that I erase it all, and I'll be back. And I'll end up with something like this, which again I can save. Now you notice that the ribbons are also on this. I did a little more playing while I was doing it. So save a pattern. And again, I'm going to the badge. And this is going to say badge, no star. again for sanity. Okay. So I have that pattern, and if you look at this, it's my badge with no star, and I've got my voids for where the ribbons go. And I think that's enough for the first part of the client changes, which is 2D and 3D, build a pattern, part 2. Hope you enjoy.